Welcome back to another episode of Iron Towns Engineering. On today's episode, we're going to be working some more on this. So on the last video you might have seen that I made the PCD adapters and the sleeve nuts for my little truck. If you haven't, go check out the video. But we are now going to draw attention to these. These are the Mark 1 SSRs that we have purchased for the truck. They are 6x10s and they are grotty. Extremely fucking grotty. So, as you can see on this one, we've already got the nuts out, and that's because I started this video without doing an intro, and now we're back to the intro and I've already removed all the nuts. So let's see the process on how I got all the nuts out. So most of the wheels look like this. As you can see, the bolts are fucked, mate. They've had it, they are past it, right? Inside's not too bad, they're still quite rusty, but they have had it. So I want to get all these out first, and then I can obviously order up some stainless nuts and bolts to replace them. But while they're out as well, it makes it so much easier to actually polish the centre face and the lips. So let's go on with that. Right, so some of them have come out all right, some of them have just broken off, job done. Some of them came out. But these four, or these five here, they're so corroded that the 10mm won't go on them. So we'll have to get them out a different way. So that worked. So we've got all the bolts out there, but we've got one snapped here and we've got one snapped here. Now that's what we've got left basically. Most of them snapped. So basically, most of them are all out, both sides, apart from that one and that one. They're still in there. So we've got this bit of EN3B, and we've got to turn it down to the right size so we can punch them out, hopefully without any heat. So wish me luck. So now we've got a hardened punch, we should be able to put it directly on top of the bolt that won't come out and give it a good thwack, and it should help with actually getting the stuck bolt out. Just see if it works. I'm gonna have to set it on the floor for this because it's a wooden floor. Right, I didn't want to film that because it was going to be a bit cumbersome with me on the floor hammering the fuck out of this bolt. And I'm glad I didn't, because it worked a treat. It came out, but it worked a bit too well, because the punch came down and whacked my finger as well, and now I've got a bloody blood blister on there. Fucking hell, first wheel in. And that's the hardware all out of one wheel. So now we've got 3 more to do, and then we can stick it on a spacer, stick it in a lathe, polish all of this up, and get it all back to a nice shining finish, hopefully. I reckon there'll be pitting. There'll still be some pitting in the alley and stuff like that. I ain't that worried about that, to be fair. I quite like an old wheel that tells a bit of a story. That's why I'm leaving the centre caps as they are. Because I mean, look at that. Original SSR Speedstar centre cap. I don't want a new sticker, I don't want to clean it up. I'm just going to clean it and not going to polish it or nothing, but that's going to look mint, mate. I'm going to love it. I love a bit of history with this shit. So let's crack on and do the other 3. Alright, so all the bolts are now out on all the wheels. just a bag of broken nuts and bolts we got. Some of them came out alright, a lot of them didn't though. So all of them are out, so now we've got to take them home, give them a good scrub, and then we can get them all polished up. We've also got to order these in stainless steel, because fuck going through that again. So, we've got the wheels all cleaned up, and we've now got them set up in TMC20. So the idea is, we are going to spin it, keep it spinning, and we are going to sand all this, see if it'll tidy up. So we've got our selection of wet dry here. We'll start at 800, work our way up to about 3,000. So let's see how that goes. So that's how far we got after one pass with 800 grit. So as you can see, I took off quite a lot of the orange discoloration. There's still these little pitfalls though, and obviously we need to do the middle as well, because the problem is I can't get my hand in there while it's rotating, because these sleeve nuts come around and whack me. So we're going to have to do that like by hand really. So every time we've done a grit of paper, we're going to have to then sand that by hand. But I might go down to 600 just to see if I can get some more of this out. It's not the end of the world if I don't, just yeah, if I'm going to try and do it, I might as well try and do it right. But I'm quite happy with how that's already polishing up, if I'm honest with you. So in the end I went down to about 320 to get some of the rougher bits out, and this is what we're left with. I'm quite happy with it, to be fair. So like I say, all the rusty bits are now gone. We've still got pitting in there, but we're not getting rid of that with sanding. Yeah, so bits there like that, I'm not that worried about that. But the rim's cleaned up a nice treat. We've got to, like I say, still get in here, but we've got to do it like that basically, because I can't have this rotating and smash my fingers to pieces. So we're going to have to just clean this bit out first, and then we're going to have to work our way out back up to about 2,000 grit. So it's going to be a long process, but hopefully it's worth it. Let's crack on. Alright, so this is what we've got with 400. Now, I like how it's coming out, but the problem is I don't like the blend. So I've sanded this out already with 400, and then obviously I've gone around it with the 400 here, and you can very easily see the difference. It's because this is a uniform pattern where it's actually all going around in a circle, and then this one is obviously eccentrically where I've had to sand it like that. So it just doesn't look right. And it's only because I've got it held on with the spacer like this, so it's obstructing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a fixture so it bolts in the middle. I'm going to make a fixture what runs straight through the middle of the wheel with a top hat on it. It slides in there, and then you bolt it up in the middle, and that way I'm going to be able to sand all the way right to a little lip that I've put on the top hat, and the centre cap should cover that anyway. So let's get this out of here and get another fixture made. Right, so we've done the program, we've found a lump of scrap material, and now we're going to turn it into the fixture that we need, which just basically looks like that with an M20 thread on. So let's get this turned. And there we go. So the idea is, give that a blow off, get that out of the way. So the idea is, we take the wheel, stick it straight over there. There you go, that's in the middle like that. Then you use this washer, which I made earlier, which is the same OD as what this edge of the centre cap is. Slap that in there and lock it off with a nut. And we are then able to get right up to there with the sandpaper. Yes, mate. Let's see if that's made a difference. And this is one now down to 2000 grit. So I am happy with how that's come out. It's got a bit of a brushed finish on it obviously now because I've still got to polish the thing up. But if we get that off there, see if I can do this one-handed. Compare it to that one, that's what we started with, and this is what we've ended up with. So it's down to the bare finish at the minute, and then obviously we'll try and polish that up with a white diamond metal polish. So yeah, let's slap the rest of them in there now and get them sorted too. Right, and that's all four done. Look at the fucking state of me. I didn't fucking notice until the third one, but look how they came out. Magic. Beautiful. She's still got a little bit of pitting in there, like I said before, but other than that, it's grand. Got this tiny little whippings around here, but obviously the centre cap will cover that, and I'll try and polish the outside to them up, but I'll keep the middle the same. Yeah. So that's the end of that. So now we've got to get the white diamond metal polish on it, so hopefully we'll be doing that tomorrow. Right, so with the wheels now all sanded down, we're going to have to polish them. So they currently look like this. So we're going to be using this white diamond metal polish again. Now we used it before on the Z21's SSR MK1s, and they came up amazingly. I can't believe how well they came up. All you got to do is you put it on a towel, rub it vigorously until it turns dark grey. Once it turns dark grey, you then let it sit for a minute, and then you polish it off with a microfiber. I've used it before on bare aluminium, and I just cannot believe the shine it actually gives me. So let's do one of these, and we'll see the difference. State of me again, there you go, but this is what we're left with. So this is one without any polishing, and this is the one with polish. So that's two coatings of this stuff, white diamond metal polish, and that's come up like that. I am bloody happy with that. especially compared to what they were like before. Fantastic. So now let's do the other three. All four wheels are now done and they look fantastic. So that is all four wheels now done, including the centre caps. I'm happy with how they come out. So now we've got to put the bolts back in. Now I didn't want to put the original ones back in because, well, they were fucked really. So we got these. So I've got some stainless flange headed bolts from Westfield Fasteners, 40 of them, they're M60s. I got them and some stainless flange and serrated nuts. So let's put them on. That's all the hardware in and all the wheels polished, and I think they look cracking. Look at that. Compared to what they were, mate, I am well happy with that. So now we've got to get the tyres swapped over. So I took a trip down to my favourite tyre shop, KMC Tyres, and they're always busy, so I didn't really get a chance to actually get any video while I was down there. But instead of buying new tyres, I thought I'd see if I could salvage the ones off the standard wheels. So they're a little bit taller than I wanted, only by about 10 mil. I think the ones I wanted were 70s and these ones are 80s. So I went with these. They are, what are they, 145s? Yeah, 145 8010s. I was going to go for 165 7010s, but I think they still look quite good. So they got them all fitted, and this is what they will look like. So a lot of you are probably thinking, why don't I put them on the truck? Well, who wants to see those wheels go on a standard ride height truck? No one really wants to see that. I don't want to see that. So we're not going to see it. So the wheels are going to kick about until the coilovers are ready. Now I ordered the coilovers tail end of December from Gaz. It says it takes 4 to 6 weeks for them to custom make them. So they should be with me soon. Hopefully the next video will be on actually putting the coilovers on and getting it sat on its arse. So until that time, thanks again for watching Iron Talons Engineering, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. See you guys.